Now, for my JRPG top casual list, if you're new to the segment, it's pretty much where I gave a top list for something, and I do it very casually. I just think of the top 3 out off the top of my head, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And the topic for this week is my top Trails through Daybreak weapons so far. And so I really love the weapon designs in the Trails games, and I think a lot of them are cool. Some of them are kind of whatever, but my favorite one from like Trails in general has been Rin's Tachi. I really love how his sword looks. It's like a katana, but also has kind of like more modern or like electric based sensibilities. And so I was curious to see how the weapons would be in this game, and they have not been disappointing. So I have a top 3, which I'll go over right away, with number 3 being Van's Stun Caliber, and number 2 being Katra's Fio and Zeros robots, and number 1 being the Long Lie Princess's sword. Now, at number 3, we have Van with the Stun Caliber. So Van has this weapon which looks like a sword, but if you've seen Attack on Titan, it kind of looks like their swords are kind of like this cutter looking weapon, but his is completely a rectangle. It doesn't have any like sharp edges, but he can like induce electricity into it and then fight like that. And while it is a caliber, like Stun Caliber, which is like it's supposed to be kind of like a baton, he can cut with it sometimes. I don't know how. He has hinted that like he is able to cut through things with it if he really wants to, and they have shown him cutting things. I don't know how he does it. I don't know if the electricity has anything to do with it, but purely from a functional and design wise, I just think it was really fucking cool. And I'm always like kind of happy when the main character is given an interesting weapon. That was one of the slightly disappointing things with Trails from 0 and 2 Azure, where Lloyd uses these tonfas, which are cool, but like they're not like special or anything. Like he just kind of talks about like, yeah, he's just like using tonfas in school and like nothing happens with it. Where like with the Rin and his Tachi, it's kind of a special thing. With him and his Stun Caliber, there's kind of a plot reason for it too. And so Van's Stun Caliber I just think is very cool, functionality wise, plot wise, and design wise. At number 2 is Katra with his Fio and Zeros robots. I don't know if this is cheating because these are technically his robots. They do help him out in combat. And when I saw Fio and Zeros in the game, I fucking love them. The designs are really fucking cool. Fio's kind of like this floating ghost looking robot, and Zeros is this like this black wolf robot. They look really fucking cool, and they might be my favorite robot designs I've seen in media, honestly. Like when I saw them, I'm like, yo, these look fucking dope. I kind of want like merch of these dudes. And so I just really like how they look. They're technically Katra's weapons, which is why I was able to put it on this list. But yeah, number 2 are Fio and Zeros, which are Katra's. And at number 1, I have the Long Lie Princess's sword. I didn't put her name because I have no idea what her name is. Pretty much from Trails into Reverie, they had a daydream at the end, which they kind of hint this character, and she's able to fuck up Rin with her sword. And in this game, they show it. It looks really fucking cool. I'm just going based on memory because they show it really quick, but it's this katana-looking sword. I remember it having a lot of complex, like white designs on the blade, I believe, and the actual sheath is like black with like pink sakura petals. Like it is completely my fucking style, and like I think this may take Rin's sword down a level for me now. Like I think this may be my favorite weapon in the entire Trail series. When I saw it, I was like, god damn, this shit looked nice. And I can't remember for sure, but I think it might have had like a orbital core to it too, kind of like Van's Stun Caliber, where like you can see it has like a glowing core, which I believe is a hollow core in these games. I think her sword might have it too, but I'm not completely sure. But yeah, her like katana looking weapon just look really fucking dope to me, and is easily number 1 for me. So again, number 3 is Van's Stun Caliber, and number 2 is Katra's Fio and Zeros robots, and at number 1 is the Long Lie Princess's sword.